Okay, next item 11 is Heritage Cove Farm is a request for a charitable gaming license. They would like a resolution for this license. They've submitted a cover letter, a local governing body resolution. We've done this in the past, but let's discuss this one. And then it's also a 501c3. It's been established.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
Is this, well, that's fine. I just have questions. Has this been approved yet? Is it operational?
This is, they have to go through this first and then.
No, but I mean, is the zoning and all of the other criteria approved? Is it an operational entity?
That's it.
It's not operational yet, but yeah, the zoning's been approved. It's just, there's lawsuits now because there's challenge to the approval. But whether or not we're a 501c3 absolutely has been for 4 years.
Right, I understand that.
Okay.
I guess I have a concern. What happens if money is raised in the lawsuit or whatever reason it doesn't open up? What do you do with what happened? I don't know what happens.
The federal tax laws, when you're approved of a 501c3, any excess has to be turned over to the federal government or to another 501c3.
Well, what if the money is, can the money be spent right now?
If there are costs associated with the 501c3, it can be.
Yeah, I'm of a mind that our planning commission, and I would be in favor of this if this was all approved. But my thoughts is that our planning commission sent a letter to the county planning commission stating that we didn't see this compatible with our zoning. And
Why not?
that's our planning commission's decision here. Just a moment, please.
Yeah, it did. They sent a letter.
Yeah, our planning commission did.
Oh, okay.
And I know that there's a lot of effort from both sides to gather, I guess what is the word, weight in moving one way or the other. And our township has stated its position, and if it comes back and it's approved, I think it's a different case. But right now, it's an issue that hasn't been decided. And I don't want to be the de facto, a factor that kind of weighs it one way or the other. I think our township is, I don't think we're ready to vote on that. I would wait until we have it approved or disapproved. I think the situation is now that I wouldn't want people going, well, they supported Heritage Cove.
Well, to me, though, if I may speak, I've been vocal as to my opinion on Heritage Cove. However, this is a 501c3 that is raising funds, and if it's not on Grandview Beach Road, it could be located someplace else and the funds be used that way.
But if Betsy's saying that the funds can be used for anything related to the 501c3, could they legitimately at this point be raising funds to fund a lawsuit that we don't want to be a part of? I think that's what I see is if the funds can be used until the lawsuit's settled, then if they're raising funds for the good cause, then it's one thing. But at this point, we may be approving funds being raised for a lawsuit that, like Mike said, picks a side. That would be my concern, I guess.
That's my concern. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
If it's operational and we're raising, if we're raising money for that, it's a valid entity. It's a valid legal entity now, but if it's a valid operational, I think that's why we're given the ability to approve or disapprove these. And I struggle with raising money through a gaming license to fund one side of a legal battle. If that's what it can be used for. If it's settled and it was in front of me, I would probably vote to approve it. But
That's my feeling, is it's something that, I understand, in theory and on paper it's there, because it is an established 501c3.
I didn't think about that.
But on the other hand, they have jumped all through the hoops of doing all the things that were required to become a 501c3 and to apply for this charitable gaming license. And I don't think we should have any say on how they spend their money. They have rules on how to spend their money. And as long as they go by the rules, it's not up to us how they spend their money, as long as they're doing it legally. I mean, they've gone through all the hoops and done all the things. I don't see whether or not
If
our
that was-
opinion of where they spend their money really has anything to do with it.
If that was the case, this wouldn't be in front of us.
But they jumped,
But we're the last two, they haven't jumped the last.
well, I know, but I mean, they've done all this stuff.
Approved at a local level is because the local level has more knowledge of the situation. That's why these are approved at.
Well, I understand that, but as long as they spend their money legally, and they've done everything that they're supposed to, I don't see why we should stand in their way.
If that was the case, there wouldn't be an approval level at the local, it would just be automatic.
More discussion? Is there support for a resolution?
Yeah,
Sorry, Karen.
I second it.
There's no, no, you be the support.
I thought-
I know, I said, is there support?
Who made the
Support.
motion? I
Oh,
don't
Sue?
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sue-
she
oh,
made
okay.
this motion, so I second it.
Okay. Roll call?
Well, I'm gonna know, because I made the motion before I heard all the,
Well, that's all right.
You can vote
Yeah,
whichever
vote
way
either
you
way.
want.
You made the motion to approve the license, right? And I second it, so.
okay. Roll call. Waldron,
No.
Balazovic,
No.
Ridley,
No.
Fisher, no, Vance.
Yes.
Okay.